Okay, this is what I decided to do, because oftentimes at work, depending on where we're dumping, they need 4-foot logs to fit through a tub grinder. This is greater than 4 feet. Rather than trying to push them together, I'm going to do a third, block that sun for you. I'm going to do a third pole and footer. And that'll give me plenty, actually I think it'll give me more strength, as well as I can fit any size log I want on there. So that's what I'm going to do next. Take a look if we got some poles we can pull out of this. And again, this whole thing is out of honey locust because it's rot resistant, but not, because I'm learning, carpenter ant resistant. This isn't bad. Ugh, boy, it's kind of crooked, sort of heavy. Maybe this one here, a little straighter than this guy. Excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna take this guy. Okay. He it is. More or less. It's gonna be something like that. Okay. Obviously, this is all rough. But, praise God, maybe we'll find 3 of the same lengths from just cuts. This is how they came down out of the tree. Fantastic. So now, I'm gonna level everything off to this size, this guy here, and then cut them in. And then we'll go from there, and we'll, if we gotta like flatten out and get rid of some of the knots, like that knot and that knot, then I will. But yeah, I'm gonna mess around with this real quick, cutting, leveling, and maybe getting these things in. Okay. Okay, so more or less this. Again, rough. I don't have a level. I have a level, but I'm not using a level. Okay, I believe this is running downhill. Again, it was just doing a flush cut, so I didn't film it so I could just work like flush cutting a stump. If you know, you know. Hey, man glitter again. Probably helps the beard grow. Maybe that's why I get so long. Anyways, thanks for these awesome, stylish, I mean, protective glasses. Most of the stuff doesn't hit my eyeballs. Mostly. Next, we got to figure out setting these things in here. How we want to do that. So. Outside. My old general contractor company knows that. And handy dandy pencil or marker. This is on the end. Still trying to break 1-inch piece of honey locust. I like to do as few cuts as possible, but boy, that is tough. My next thought is I'm just going to plunge cut the bottom. So, let's see how that works. Perfect time to run out of fuel. I think. Maybe a little cleanup to do once I get some fuel. But there we go. We've got a notch. 10? Yeah, something like that. Hopefully that sits right in there. We'll clean it up when we get some gas. Okay, so we cut both these out. Let's see if this will work. Yep, your legs. Could it be a little tighter? Of course. Is that going to hold a log? I like to think so. Oh. Okay. Also, I'm going to flatten that. I've got these offcuts. Ooh, now I bet I could wedge in there. Hammered it in there. Hold. Dude. I think that's money. No roll. This is kind of cool. I cut out the shape and it left me with like this really nice, like I can't move. An old hammer. Okay. Now we're moving nowhere. Sweet. Next 3 to go. Okay, so I did all 6 of these. And what I did on that first one, I just did all of them. Down, plunge cut, clean through. And then it's got that slight run downhill. And to keep them really nice and tight, I use the cutoffs as wedges. So everything's just wedged in there. So if I decide, or something happens to me and the next owner or whatever decides they want to get rid of this thing, they've just got a good stack of firewood. And they're all super sturdy. They don't roll or nothing. And then surprisingly, it's pretty level. That's pretty awesome for wild lumber. as they came out of the tree, and some rounds. And I think that's pretty solid. So, let me get some video of me walking on this thing because, yes, I am an adult child. My mother would attest. Okay. We'll go this way. Camera right. Hard to lose on a tree climber. Can't hold my balance like this. Actually, that's because I'm in a spot. Okay, so solid. Oh. As I'm saying solid, that's why we jump. But guess what? Log. I'm gonna bounce. I'm glad that happened now. Not later. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but maybe. Okay, so I gotta rotate this. Apply. Okay. So I definitely have to shift it that way. Make sure it didn't move. So let me get something under there. Well, testing the tree. Okay. Much gooder, much sturdier. I don't think I have to put anything under these. Should I put something under there? I don't know. What do you think? Anyways, this thing's pretty sweet. Log deck, I'll stack from there. And they'll roll over here. Next thing is about this level, which is knee height for me. Which I would have liked a little higher, maybe. I could always alter that. I could put those on pallets and really get a run. Put it all under pallets, that would be tough. I think this will be better than bending on the ground. So, one with this, I got some firewood out of that. I can split those into really nice ones. Maybe. Alright, next is the bucking station.